Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. Randy of Father and Sons Fishing, and it's only going to be me today because my boys are up skiing with my wife in the Pocono Mountains about an hour north of here, and I'm nursing a knee injury, so I did not think putting on a pair of skis was going to be the best thing for the knee. Now, all the dads out there are like, oh yeah man, day to yourself, just go fishing, and that was definitely the idea, but the weather unfortunately is in the upper 30s, low 40s with rain, but we've got a little break in the rain, and from the radar it looks like I might have an hour or so, and I'm just at this little local creek right near my house, and I'm gonna get set up there and I'll tell you what I'm fishing for and what I'm gonna be doing, because it's kind of crazy. Well, and here we are at the spot, and if you've been following our channel, about a year ago we did a video at this same location where we did a creek chub catch and cook. I'll link that video right up here. That's right, a creek chub catch and cook. So what do you think I'm targeting today? That's right, creek chub. Now my friends Don and CJ like to give me a lot of grief that I like to catch the little dinks, but I think they're just sort of jealous because I've seen quite a few videos they posted lately where they've been visited by Mr. Skunkleton. Although Don just had a video where he caught a bunch of perch, but it was pretty much a semi-guided trip with his friend Roger, so I don't know if that fully counts or not. Now if you see me catching them, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned to the end, because this is going to be a catch and cook, but the way I'm going to cook these is crazy. So let's get started. Okay, so right off the bat, the spillway here on fishing looks to be a little challenging because with all the snow and the rain we've had lately, the water level is really high, and this is murky water. Now the good news is that these fish are not going to be able to see me, but the bad news is that I usually kind of sight fish here, and so it's going to basically make that impossible, and I'm pretty much going to have to go by feel, which is really tough because I have a little 1/64 ounce jig head with a little mealworm on it and 4-pound test line ultralight pole. So in this rough water, it's going to be kind of hard to distinguish a little creek chub bite from the current, but we're going to give it a try here. I guess I can just get right up here. The fish aren't going to see me. So let's go for it, gang. All right, first cast. Okay, maybe that was the wrong place to try. Let's go over here in the calmer water here a little bit. It's probably where the fish are hanging out right now. And should be much easier to feel a bite at least. Okay then, I have moved down. There's another little spillway back here, and wow, this is totally different. This is completely quiet. It's actually not a spillway. It's more like a little bridge, but I'm hoping that we'll have some fish in here. We'll see. Oh, got one, guys, got one. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, first fish 2021. This is a good one too. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Well, that change of locations turned out to be pretty, oh, he swallowed too. It's all right, you're coming home with me. And like that, we are on the board for 2021. I've never been so excited to catch a creek chub in my life. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, do I got one here? Yep, I got one. Number two. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is so perfect. All right, buddy. I'm gonna join your friend over here in my little homemade ice box. Got one. Okay, this is ridiculous now. All right, and I'm not gonna discriminate on size here today. This is definitely the smallest one, but I also don't want to throw him back so he can warn his friends. So he's gonna go in the meat locker here. Look at the sun trying to come out. My gosh. Today is just shaping up for me here, folks. That would mean the weather forecast is wrong. I mean, my friend CJ said he's never seen a wrong weather forecast, so I'm gonna have to call him, let him know. But sometimes they get it wrong. Was that a fish? There we go. I'm getting bites. Little bitsy bites. Oh, got one. Yes! It's a good one. Okay, folks. Oh, nice size. Well, we're playing with house money now, so I will Try to get one more, and we give it about 10 more minutes, and if we get one, that's gonna wrap it up, and then if we don't, that's gonna wrap it up. We definitely have enough to do what I'm planning to do, which is gonna be so crazy. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Okay. So apparently they like the mealworms here. Oh my god, that's another fish. I thought it was a snag. Okay. This just isn't fair anymore. All right, this is my last one. Oh my gosh. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Right on the bottom of the lip too. I mean, technique-wise, 100. Boom. Taste-wise, we're gonna see. All right, gang, back here at the truck and I'm ready to go. We're gonna go back to the kitchen here, and what I'm about to do with these creek chub is absolutely crazy. Shout out to Mother Nature for the free ice. Okay, y'all, we are back in the kitchen and I'm getting ready to fillet these creek chub. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have cut their heads off in the field because that's gonna make filleting them more difficult. But what's gonna make it easier is this 4-inch fillet knife that our friend CJ sent us. Now, I think he kind of sent us this in jest, just because we tend to catch a lot of small fish, but little did he know we would be using this to fillet some creek chub. Or maybe he did know. Either way, I'm going to put my micro-surgical skills to use, get these filleted up, and then I'm going to touch base with you and talk to you about how we're going to begin to cook these fish. I can't wait. I am done filleting those creek chub, and let me show you the final product just so you believe me. It is tough to fillet creek chub. Even with CJ's special knife, it was still difficult. So if you want to get good at filleting fish, go fillet some creek chub, and then it just makes it seem easy to fillet a normal sized fish. I think the next time I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to use a scalpel, like literally a surgical scalpel to do this. So that ought to make for kind of an interesting video. So keep your eyes open for that one. But for this video, we are going to put these in a marinade. And the marinade is going to simply be garlic expressions. Now, we aren't sponsored by Garlic Expressions, but Garlic Expressions, if you're out there watching, let's hook it up because we love this stuff. It goes great as a salad dressing. You can use it as a marinade. I think it's good to dip bread in. You can pretty much just drink it straight from the bottle, but this stuff is delicious. So the marinade is going to be real simple. It's going to be Garlic Expressions and salt. Okay, so we got these fish in the marinade, and if you've watched our channel recently, you might know which direction this cook is going. But first, we're gonna put these in the fridge for a couple of hours to marinate. It's time to let the cat out of the bag. I'm making creek chub jerky. That's right, you heard me right. Creek chub jerky. Now, when we make beef jerky, we typically marinate the beef overnight, if not longer, just to really let all the marinade get into the beef. But I am realizing, I don't know if it's the vinegar, but it's basically denaturing the protein in the creek chub, and it's turning it basically into ceviche. So I don't know if that process is good to do for too long before making it into jerky. So this has been marinating probably for about half an hour, 40 minutes or so, and I think that's enough time to get some of the flavor in because these fillets are so small. So I'm gonna get these fillets onto the rack, put them in the dehydrator, and I'll show you what that looks like. We have our creek chub fillets going in the dehydrator. Gonna shut the lid. We got this on 150, and it's not gonna take 6 hours. I mean, in fact, I'm gonna check on this after about an hour or so. But let's go ahead and start this process. Oh yeah. Can't wait to see how this turns out. I'm a little nervous. So, moment of truth. Let me show you what we got here. So two things. Number one, it was pretty salty. If you had like canned herring or sardines, it's not that much more salty than those. but it's just really dry. The flavor was okay. Now, shout out Garlic Expressions, because this is awesome and delicious, but I wonder if the vinegar in this denatured the proteins and the creek chub, and that kind of made it even more dry than it should have been once it was dehydrated. I don't know. This is something we'll have to figure out in another video. But to wrap this video up, our ultimate taste tester, Vivi, is here. Are you ready? Is Vivi ready to try some fish? Okay, Vivs. Alright, you want these other pieces here? Okay folks, well that's a pretty strong endorsement from our dog Vivi. And what was that? Oh, she says, please consider subscribing to Father and Sons Fishing. What's it? Tight lines, friends. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Subscribe to Father and Sons Fishing if you haven't already. Okay, friends. We'll see you soon. That was a good outro. You're a natural at this. Vivs has definitely gotten her food for today. That's enough treats for you, okay? Alright, let's go to bed, okay? Alright, girl.